And the President of the United States may well need to trigger this National Emergencies Act of 1976. As you know, it's been triggered over 50 times in the past since 1976, and over 30 instances of that act that have been triggered are still in play, are still taking place. And all of a sudden, because it's Donald Trump, the so-called constitutionalists, most of them are phonies and frauds, say they're worried about separation of powers, and what if a liberal's in office and so forth. Have they read the law? You know, the thing about Donald Trump, despite the propaganda from the media and his haters, the thing about Donald Trump is he really doesn't abuse power. He doesn't take a law and abuse it. I can't think of a single time he has. That law, that 1976 law, so there you go. What is it? It's won't be long before it's been in place half a century. It allows for martial law under certain circumstances. Martial law. It allows a president to nationalize an industry. It allows a president to order a factory to produce certain goods. I personally think there are aspects of the law that are enormously troubling, and we ought to revisit it. But that has nothing to do with what Donald Trump is contemplating. There are emergency sections of the Immigration and Naturalization Act. There are provisions in the defense funding bill that empower the president to act in concert with or in context with the National Emergencies Act, if he chooses to do so. It's perfectly legitimate. He's not creating a law in the Oval Office the way Obama did with DACA. He's not looking to use the most extremist aspects of the National Emergencies Act. What he's doing is if he does it, is very reasonable and rational. What's unreasonable and irrational is the opposition. And we know all about Pelosi and her gang. It's not in the best interest of the Democrat Party that they secure the border. And so they, in an odd combination of the Koch brothers, who are radical libertarians, they want open borders. They believe people are like goods. They should be able to move freely without concern for borders. That's not how a nation state works. And I would ask the left and I would ask the Koch brothers, how do you intend to fund this if 1 billion people show up on our border?